After Chaeyoon's disappearance, the secret laboratory responsible for the Witch Project is attacked and destroyed by unknown, unidentified groups, and one girl is the lone survivor of the attack. This girl comes out to the world for the first time following this incident and meets Kyunghee. Kyunghee welcomes her with warm arms, and the girl lives with her on her farmland. Meanwhile, several different people and organizations are after this mysterious girl, brewing up a fight that's bigger and more catastrophic than before. Who is this other one? Hello everyone and welcome back to another Korean movie review by EonTalk. As always, I'm your host Ian, and today we'll be going over the highly anticipated, long-awaited action thriller, The Witch Part 2, The Other One. But before getting into the review, I'd just like to say that I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions of the movie from here on out. Therefore, there may be minor spoilers or parts about the movie that you may not want to hear before watching yourself. I'm going to keep spoilers to a minimum, but please be aware of this. The Witch Part 2, The Other One, has finally come out after 4 long years since its prequel, The Witch Part 1, The Subversion. You guys have no idea how much I've waited for this one. I absolutely loved the first film, and ever since watching it, I fell in love with the genre of noir, the actress Kim Da-mi, the director, and just K-movies in general. And speaking of the director, this sequel was directed by the same director as the first, The Witch, Jong. Director Park is one of my personal favorites, directing other works such as VIP, The Tiger, Night in Paradise, and of course, New World. The Witch Part 2, The Other One, had a totally new lineup, minus a few cameo appearances and smaller parts from the original cast of the first film, including Shin, Park Eun-bin, Seo Eun-soo, Jin-gu, Song Yu-bin, and Lee Jong-seok. There were a lot of comments asking where Kim Da-mi was and why she wasn't starring in the sequel. But is she really not in the second film? Stick around and I'll get into it later in the review. But first, I'd like to give a quick shout out to ExpressVPN. If you're looking to access more Korean movies but don't know where to find them, I highly suggest using ExpressVPN and accessing more Korean content. By using ExpressVPN, you can bypass geo restrictions, meaning you can be from anywhere around the world and access the Korean servers, such as the Korean Netflix. If you would like to access more Korean content, be sure to sign up for ExpressVPN using my link in the descriptions or expressvpn.com/EonTalk and get 49% off an annual plan, plus 3 extra months for free. Better yet, if you sign up and don't like the service, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning you can cancel anytime within the first 30 days. Okay, let's now take a look at what I found to be the good parts about the film. As with numerous other Korean movie fans, I've been waiting so long for this sequel. The first movie, The Witch Part 1, The Subversion, was like a drama film in the beginning, and then suddenly turns into an action-packed thriller. I loved the sudden shift in tone and highly enjoyed the action storm following the calm sea. With The Witch Part 2, The Other One, this starts off with action and suspense from the get-go. There were lots of blood and gore, especially for it not being rated R, and was a blend of supernatural, action, noir, and thriller. If you're a fan of those genres, you'll have a good time. However, this isn't to say that the movie was overly serious and action/thriller heavy. Although there were plenty of that, there were also some funny scenes sprinkled throughout the movie. Not gonna lie, some of the jokes and humor were a little corny, but there were other ones that made up for it. Furthermore, minus some cameo appearances and smaller parts, this had a totally new cast lineup from the first film. And just like how Kim Da-mi had a breakout career with the first movie, I think the main lead of this film, Shin, could also gain mainstream interest with this. She has a very similar vibe to Kim Da-mi, and the casting was done very well. Moreover, it wasn't just Shin, but also the other roles were casted well too. We've been seeing Song Yu-bin in a lot of films recently, and he's been great in all that I've seen him in, this included. From Park Eun-bin to Seo Eun-soo to Jin-gu to Lee Jong-seok, there isn't to complain about the casting nor the performances. Also, there were a lot, and I mean a lot of comments on the trailers uploaded regarding Kim Da-mi. Numerous people were asking where she was and why she wasn't in this. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, but she is in this. Kim Da-mi made a special appearance near the end, and although it's not a huge role and she didn't have a lot of screen time, her role was crucial in the story and what's to follow. Keep in mind there is another sequel following this, a part 3. This second part was like a bridge connecting the first and third movies. And finally, The Witch Part 2, the other one, definitely has an eerie vibe that I absolutely love. That's what I loved about the first movie as well. It had its signature noir, dark vibes, and that mixed with the good CGI and special effects it had, this was one of the better action thrillers released out of Korean cinema recently. Okay, now that we take a look at the good parts about The Witch Part 2, the other one, let's now move along to what I found to be the bad parts about the movie. The Witch Part 2, the other one, was filmed amidst COVID in 2020. Because of this, there were obvious location and travel restrictions, which caused the location to feel very limited. I heard that the plot of the second movie was originally made with the intent of being filmed abroad. However, this wasn't possible due to the pandemic. That, plus the issue of Warner Bros. Korea closing its film production business in Korea, which was the original owner of the Witch franchise, caused not only the delay of the sequel, but also the narrative itself. And maybe because of this, but the movie had lots of ups and downs. It jumped around a lot and kind of felt all over the place and disorganized. It wasn't so bad that it was unwatchable, but definitely noticeable. It would have action-heavy scenes, followed by sudden calm and slow scenes, and action again, a rollercoaster of scenes. And lastly, this is something that majority of Korean films are guilty of, but there was bad acting by the English actor. I feel like I say this in 99% of films that have English, but the acting by the foreign, non-Korean actors are almost always terrible. The English by the Korean actors is extremely hard to watch. The exception is actors like Lee Byung-hun, who's able to satisfy both the acting and English parts. So Eun-soo had quite a lot of English lines, and her English wasn't bad, but I can't say it was good either. I thought it was good in the beginning, but it progressively got bad, and made me miss Chae-wook from the first The Witch movie. Chae-wook's performance in the first The Witch was a lot better in my opinion. The Witch Part 2, the other one, was a noir film full of action and suspense with sprinkles of humor and rollercoaster of tones. There were quite a lot of gore and blood, and the film ended on another cliffhanger hinting at the third part. You can tell they made the second with the third in mind, and this one felt more like a bridge between 1 and 3. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, and there's an extra scene after the credits, so be sure to stick around for that if you watch this. I'll give The Witch Part 2, the other one, a ticket price value of $12. And that concludes today's review on The Witch Part 2, the other one. Thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I hope this review has given you some insight into the film. If you've seen or are planning to watch the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the film, so please leave a comment or join the EonTalk Telegram group and we can discuss over there. If you would like to access more Korean content, be sure to sign up for ExpressVPN using my link in the descriptions to get 49% off an annual plan. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like more video movie reviews. Once again, thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.